Okay, so we gotta do some more. We're doing another reaction video to Amelia Hartford. I wish I could meet you guys in Daily Driven Exotics.
1 year ago, I bought this legendary Superbird.
On into my treasure chest.
Oh my god. Abandoned, sun-faded, and rotting away in a barn. Oh! From my good friend Baker. For both of us, this car was more than just metal. It was a childhood dream on 4 wheels. He told me, if you ever get her back on the road, to bring her on home. But first, we have some unfinished business because this big wing Mopar still has some fight left in her. We still have to finish the build. So with that being said, let's finish what we started. The biggest challenges we are going to tackle today are, well, if you look at the car, you'll notice an important piece is missing, and that's the entire front end. Look how massive the front bumper is going to sit from the firewall of the car. This is a huge distance. There's a big hole there.
I gotta tell you, we need another engine. Now, that big hole wasn't for an engine, that's for the front end of the Superbird. That big hole's for the front end of the Superbird or the Dodge Daytona. Because I think the Superbird's just one knockoff of the Daytona. Because Plymouth decided to make a Superbird to mock, I think, the Daytona.
We have the front bumper and the fenders. We're going to assemble together, and then we are going to put the front clip onto the Plymouth NASCAR. Hopefully everything goes smoothly, but when it comes to building cars, it never does.
You see all those pieces over there?
We don't even know if they're gonna line up correctly.
There's no instructions.
The other thing we're going to try to tackle as well is the rear glass. This is what the back of a satellite looks like. This is what the back of a Plymouth Superbird looks like. So we need to get this mounted, and then we also need to figure out putting the back glass, which is going to be actually Lexan, and then we're gonna have to try to get it to match the curvature of this back piece. So this is going to look insane. It is massive. It stands taller than me. There's Lexan.
We're good. Same as Fred.
Yeah, one of the neighbors, Fred, had an extra sheet of this, which is perfect. So here are the Superbird fenders and bumper. Let's mock this up and just see if it's going to even fit. This is our fancy table. There's all of our tables.
It's our prop.
Our covers and stuff. Okay, I got it. You got it over there?
Yep. Fits great. Look at that.
A little gap. We'll have to
We're gonna fix it right now.
Yeah. You guys, the front clip of this car is taller than me. For size reference, I'm 5'6".
Oh yeah, we're good.
I guess the good thing is, if this is just gonna be one whole assembly, this is just Bondo, this is one piece.
No! We're just trying to make the work easier for the body guy.
Oh god, this is not straight at all.
Looks good from 10 feet away.
Oh, it's in my nose.
All right.
Okay, keep going, keep going. Oh, it's tripping up, keep going. It's just putting a hole. It doesn't do anything.
This bodywork is beautiful.
Now, I am fully aware that this does not look the best. I mean, you can literally see the screw through the side, but we are just doing enough in order to get it mounted so that when we take it to the body shop, they're gonna clean it up. So this is just one sick front clip that's just going to be easy to remove on and off. From here, it looks amazing. That should be good enough. Again, we're just trying to get it, it's fine. We're just trying to get it together enough in order to mount it so that when it goes to the body shop, they have an idea what we're trying to do.
I thought the nose was gonna fall off right there. I thought it'd be so funny.
No!
It's held on a little better than that.
Looks good from here.
All right, let's take a look at this. Let's see how it fits. We have the front clip mounted onto the NASCAR Superbird, and I mean, with the jack there, it kind of works. This side, you know, obviously it's not gonna be perfect. This is something the body shop's gonna take care of. It doesn't really match on the other side though, so Let's figure out how far off is it.
1/8 of an inch.
Okay.
Damn, that's pretty square.
Now, what we think is this front bumper support that we made is a little too long, but definitely too low. So with the jack, we were able to get it to fit just about right.
Well, I think the fenders have sat for so long not on anything that,
They've warped.
yeah, they're warped, because if you look here, look, it's lined up here, and it's low here. So we're gonna have to put a mount.
But did it ever line up in the first place?
I don't think so.
Yeah, down here, there's no way the door is gonna open. I bet you at one point in time, this was actually pretty flush. Now, I'm not saying it was perfect by any means, but probably the sun and the heat has warped these fenders a little bit.
Yeah.
Remember guys, this sat outside for a very long time and we have no idea how long that was. This gap has closed up. It looks a lot better, but it's still making contact. So now that we have the front end relatively fit onto the car, what we need to do next is build the mounts. So we're gonna build a support back here that's going to mount the back of the fenders, and then we're gonna work our way forward. So what we're going to do is build a core support up here in order to mount basically the front end of the car. This is a pretty cool thing to note too, that I hadn't actually acknowledged it in the previous video because I noticed it significantly later, and it's the fact that the oil cooler is part of the radiator. Isn't that cool?
What? That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable.
Cool that they do that. I haven't seen that before. The oil cooler sits right here on the radiator, and there's actually a valve that you can adjust based on the oil temperature that you want. That's pretty nifty. What we'll do is we'll start in the back, we'll build the core support, and get this front end hung.
Where's all the headlight covers?
They're somewhere. But one thing we don't know whether or not it clears is the hood. I mean, we really don't even need this. It's better.
No air. Cruise control. Power control right there. Power management.
I vividly remember there being a cowl on this.
Maybe this hood is for something else.
You know what you could do?
No, I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of the G-body fiberglass hood.
You know
Yeah,
what you
there's
could
no
do?
cowl.
You could get another fiberglass hood and cut this piece off right here that they seamed on and make your own.
We could put a cowl on it.
It's not going to be original.
Oh man, you tell me my cut up NASCAR Superbird isn't gonna be original. What will we do? Yeah, this isn't gonna clear.
It's not that far off, to be honest with you.
Is it against the fender on that side?
Yep, it's against the fender here. So it's not even very square.
Doesn't fit.
No.
There's a hood
Can you
brace.
push the fender in? I want to see how far off this really is. It'll fit.
There's
It'll
a
fit.
hood brace in there. Which, with the hood brace off, some sandpaper. Cut all the hood bracing off in the middle. Take the stud out of the carburetor.
It'll probably clear. I think it'll clear.
Yeah, I think it will.
Yeah.
I think we can make it.
Yeah. As long as it's not like choking airflow.
It's totally sitting right on it.
We just
I don't know why my car won't start.
drill some holes in the hood. It's gonna be close, but I think we can get it.
Alright. And then worst case, we'll add a cowl later on, but this might work once we cut off a lot of this stuff and make it flush.
Sure is close. And this is also sitting down a little bit, you know?
Yeah. That's a good point too. The fender isn't even up to where it's supposed to be. The only thing is these serve a purpose, and that's to help with the airflow. So I think we still need to do NASCAR style and build
Sure.
something for the air to go into
Well,
here.
let's see that.
Yeah.
I think we might be in better shape than we think because
Well, if we just use the bottom half, and that'll give us essentially what the top is.
yeah,
Build it out here, put a little flat sheet under here, and then that's where we have our airflow.
just grab all this rainwater and put it right in.
That's right. NASCAR, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Look, we have all the pieces.
Perfect.
Where's the instructions?
Throw it out, dude.
There it is.
Yeah, we should
We
definitely
adapt all this.
lose the, do we put underneath? And
Underneath.
keep the vent? Yeah.
Keep the original look.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, we'll keep the original look.
And that, it's not gonna clear with the top piece on, but the bumper might give it that
Our hood is our new top piece.
Yeah,
Seals
exactly.
Just put some rubber stripping on it.
Some rubber stripping and we'll seal it against the hood.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
That's
I
sick.
think so.
That's super sick.
Hell yeah.
Look at that.
Might even be able to run an air filter if you're really lucky.
Was this off of the
That's off the NASCAR.
NASCAR?
Yeah.
Oh, we're good. We have all the pieces. It's
Perfect.
crazy how everything crosses over.
Yeah, right?
But NASCAR turns.
And?
Did you see the front tire?
Well, that's a later problem. People watching this vlog, you guys don't even know that you can get the rear wheels off because of how over the fenders are.
Dude, you have to take the shocks and drop the rear end and it comes right off. It's a little more work.
That's next week's problem.
Yeah. That's somebody else's problem.
See how long this thing is.
Let's look. Let's look. Such a long car. How long is it?
18 and a half feet.
Oh, buddy.
I think you need a bigger trailer.
Oh, man.
This thing's as long as a diesel truck.
Wait, how long is the Corvette?
If we're pushing it, it's 14 and a half feet. So that car's 4 feet longer than this thing.
Whoa.
It's another
4
Amelia.
feet longer. Hey,
See?
hey.
Look, I told you. Check it out. We need 24 inches. It'll fit.
The weight in the front end alone would be ridiculous.
No, that's what they make bigger springs for.
That's what power's for. Just keep it planted in the rear.
Yeah, we got
You don't even need to brake. Just lifting off the throttle will be enough to keep the front end planted.
You have enough brakes though.
Dude, literally,
They're massive.
these things are gonna be good for life. How does it look?
So check that out.
Oh, sick.
There's a mount.
So we can just use the factory location.
And there's the mount.
Perfect. So we can just put a bolt through here and then 2 underneath. So then we don't need to build a bracket. So we're good.
Well, we'll have to build this bracket up here
To hold
for
it
the
up.
inner fender well.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're good.
So then what we'll do next, we'll pull this out and we'll shorten this because this was too long, and then we'll put it back and see kind of where everything fits.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun to get out.
Dude, this is not easy to get out.
Yo, give me a mallet.
Now you gotta struggle like me and Sean did.
No,
No. Sean
work
wants to
smarter,
test.
not harder. Come on.
Hey, you punch boxes open, but you need a hammer for this?
Come on.
Should just pull right out, dudes.
I hurt my hand.
There we go.
Oh!
Come on, old man.
Dude, you gotta stand like this and just pretend you're doing shit.
You just lifted with your back so heavy.
Old
There was
man.
no legs involved in that lift.
Come on, pay attention.
Oh, okay, careful.
I don't know what you guys are doing, but I'm gonna bolt it up.
Riding the struggle bus over here.
Yeah. It's hitting.
Yeah.
Lift up the nose.
Scratch the paint.
So we've got the back bolted on. Ignore the fitment for now. Front end still needs to come up, but taking an inch out of the front help bring it back more. So we have the tab metal. We're gonna have this rod, and then it's gonna go across, and that'll give us our core support. And then after that, we'll figure out the height and make sure everything lines up perfectly. While Deeds welds the crossbar to the mounts, I'm gonna start by tackling this rear windshield. As you guys can see, in order to run the fiberglass rear, we're going to remove this piece so that it will sit flush with this. So I'm going to cut where the line is that says cut.
There you go.
Before we smooth it out, I want to put the piece back on it and just kind of test it. And if all looks good, we'll flappy it and keep on rolling. All right, perfect timing. It looks like Deeks just finished welding the rod that he's pulling down. This is now cut and it is perfect. We're going to eventually build like a little plate here to have a firewall to separate the trunk from the car. All right, let's see if this fits. There we go. Perfect.
Mounted, ready to go.
Now, in order to lift the front, what we're going to do is essentially just use shims to make sure that the fender line's perfect with the door line. I mean, no matter what, I don't think it's gonna be perfect because this also isn't a Plymouth Superbird. This is a satellite that when we found in the barn, someone had put the fenders on. Big gap, but body shop will take care of a lot of it. It semi lines up here. It lines up really well on the passenger side. We added a bar from here to the crossbar, and then we're also gonna have like a lateral bar go across the side, like so. I wouldn't say they're the best welds in the world, but for someone who doesn't MIG a lot and does a lot of TIG,
Good.
they're not terrible. They'll hold. Now that the front core support has been welded, let's take a look at what Deeds has been up to. Deeds was doing the window trim in order to get the cover piece to fit. The window trim looks great.
Look at that.
Cooking with fire.
Ready for 200 miles an hour.
Now that we know it fits flawlessly, Deeds is spot welding the seal around it. The body shop will fill the gap, but this is what we need in order to mount it.
Seems like there's a lot of the body shop will figure it out after this.
Yeah, let somebody else figure it out.
We're actually doing a decent amount of work for it to be not too terrible of a job for the body shop. The body shop's just dealing with the fact that none of the panels line up correctly. That's it. That's not our fault. We didn't make the panels. Man, this is coming along so great. I wish Sandy were here to see this.
If only Sandy were here.
Yeah, we never know when he's gonna come in or not. I hope he's doing well, but...
He said he was coming.
How do you not know when Sandy's coming? Because doesn't he work for you? Or does he have something more? Or is he just a volunteer? It's okay if he's a volunteer, but I just wondered. I know some of them don't probably work for you. Some of them are probably just your friends helping out. Probably for them, it's probably more of a hobby than it is for you, right?
Several times a day.
I hope he's doing well, but we're not gonna let progress slow down. We have so many crazy things we want to be doing, and I want to see this car running, driving, and racing. Now we're looking at the fender. The problem is the wheels don't turn. Look at this. We already had an issue with the back wheels, but the front, there's just no way we're gonna have like 3 degrees of angle.
That's all she's got.
Yeah, so I don't love the idea of, we're just marking some stuff up right now. I don't love the idea of clearancing it all the way up there. I kind of like that it has the flat to it. We can do an over fender also. Let's Google what they did for the Superbird back when they ran NASCAR and see what that looks like. So looking at the photo, it looks pretty round actually.
Oh yeah, it's round.
And the back definitely doesn't sit as low on it either.
Yeah, but we got that tuck look.
I know.
Yeah, but that fender's pretty high. This one's really low.
Yeah. So the front, if you look at the front, compare it to this front, they definitely have it round. If you're looking at the back, I love how tucked this is. Not as tucked here.
Ready?
Yep. Go for it.
Whoa! That's the smoke off the front tire. Here, let's see what it looks like without the smoke.
I don't know, I kind of like the smoke.
Gone. Look at that.
Never happened.
Never happened. I think it looks good.
But
Gio,
then-
get the grinder.
You don't like it.
Nah.
But we also need to be able to turn. All we know is how to build cars to go straight. Turning is a foreign language to us. Decision's been made. Found another photo. This is an actual NASCAR photo, and you can see that it's actually a flat top on the front. I like this so much better. This looks good. The front has to match the rear. Just a bit higher, of course, and there's more clearance in the back for quick tire changes, but we need to find the right, I guess, measurements for the front fender to still have the flat top.
Right now it's only going straight.
Yep, that's all we can do right now.
And we did take this to the drag strip, and I don't think I ever posted the video because we couldn't get it to hook, and these cars just aren't meant for that. And the clutch was awful to try to get off the line with.
Doesn't like to leave at 8,000.
This is it. That is it. That is perfect. Let's cut it. And you know, I'll stare at it a little more and maybe tweak it, but for the most part, I think that's it.
We're on like V8 right now.
That's
We're
all right,
about
you
to
know?
run out of numbers.
That's all right. Measure 8 times so you can cut once. Now that we have the front end on, we have that rear piece on, Jeremiah is finishing welding the floor into the car. Deeds and I are going to be tackling the dash. We have the dash pieces as well as the door cards and in the rear right there. So we have these aluminum sheet metal pieces. They're actually black on one side, so we don't need to paint them. And that looks perfect. Let me go ahead and put the dash in. Let's rough it in and see how it looks. We already made the templates. We have the pieces cut out. They're for the most part ready to go. The only reason we're putting sliders in the car is so you can't complain that you don't fit. The #1 comment I always hear is, we can't fit in your cars. So every car has a slider on it and a slightly larger seat.
Yeah. Fat guy.
For everyone, not you. I'm not pointing at you for that.
Fat guy.
I weigh nothing. Dash is looking pretty good. You guys can see this has a film on it, so it's actually going to be this really nice, just painted color to it. Let's go ahead and get this riveted and mounted in. This looks better than the dash that was in it. This looks great.
Oh, looks like one bad ass car. It's gonna be one bad to the bone car.
So we added a little piece here too, just to keep it flush throughout the front. The old dash is now actually mounted to the new dash. It wasn't even mounted previously. And then we have the new panel here. We got the door card over there. We got the rear door there. It is looking mint, you guys. This looks good. And not only that, take a look at the brackets, the kickers that we got to actually hold the wing, because I want to go 200 miles an hour with this car, if not faster. So we need to make sure the wing is securely mounted. So the new brackets are mounted from a metal plate that's under the wing straight to the frame. This is one of my favorite parts. It is such a stupid small detail, but it's the fact that the trunk, I can get it. Look at this, you ready? You can open it up all the way and it clears the wing. And look at those hinges. We officially have the truck hinged, mounted, and fully functional. This came out so sick. Someone's gonna get their hands just rocked right here. Yeah. It's gonna have to happen. My hands are small enough to where they can go through, but someone's gonna hurt themselves.
Yeah, that sounds scary. No more hood springs. No more springs.
Close so far right there.
That's the best it's close. Yeah. it's getting better as it gets older, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
No,
it's settling in.
Oh, it's amazing. Now, the reason that we had to build custom hinges, custom mounts for the truck to open and close is because look how massive the NASCAR tubs are.
Why is she calling it a truck? Is she?
We had to cut literally every bit of reinforcement. We had to cut the original hinges. We had to cut everything just to clear the massive tubs. So that's why these custom hinges, these bad boys, are something that we are so proud about. And the seats are roughed in right now, but boy, she's coming along so well. It even got a fireproof little race quip shifter to hide the trans tunnel hole. It was gonna be that or a Crown Royal bag, but I'm not a big fan of the color purple or pink, so we going old school. It's a NASCAR, you already know. I just hear a bunch of wrench runs. How's putting that drive shaft back in?
Dude, my shoulders are burning. Quarter turns at a time. Some people live quarter mile at a time.
Your quarter turns?
Turn at a time. Just ding.
Okay, that is ridiculous.
Ding!
Jill's on that hourly wage right there.
Yeah, we get paid hourly over here. We're good. So
Take your
get
dog.
a little workout in.
Someone's gotta do it. These are sick. Why don't you show people how they're gonna work?
Over here, look.
Just like that. It's the subtle touches that make you go, huh. Take a look at this. The duct is ducting. And what I mean by that is Deeds cut the vent out of the cowl and he has made or started to make an air duct that is going to go into the carburetor. Deeds, this is, come here. This is so sick.
Hopefully it works.
There's a couple holes though in the firewall there.
Yeah, that firewall is paper thin.
Yeah.
It's lightweight, dude.
A lot of those were spot welds from when we separated it. It blew holes in it, so we got to go back and patch all that.
Wow. Well, at least there's a firewall. We're gonna have to add a firewall in the back. And also, if you guys remember on the NASCAR, this is still the NASCAR, but previously the ignition box used to sit on the dash here. We're tucking things. We're gonna make it look a little cleaner. So we have moved the panel to now sit under the dash, and it's going to be tucked and hidden, but still easily accessible. So I don't think I'll be changing any chips for the rev limiter.
You will.
You think I will? Yeah. I think I'll just set it at the highest one.
5, maybe 10.
I think it'll spin pretty high. So we'll just put the highest chip in it, leave it in there. It'll be hidden and tucked from the dash, and we're making some killer progress. Oh man, I cannot wait to take this to the truck and actually get to race it. You see a build and like it looks so easy, but you don't see the attention to detail, all the little tiny things that goes into it. You think, oh, doing a build is just a motor swap, maybe swapping around, doing some suspension, some paint, etc., some fuel, some turb skis, whatever. But the little things are what eat up so much time.
I don't think anybody thinks this is a light build.
I hope not.
It's a NASCAR.
It just hasn't been very visually like transformative. but this thing's freaking sick. Let me show you how the hood is going to fit and how it is going to be mounted but also sealed onto this so it's one piece, and how that scoop is going to work. Deeds, you cut through the hood.
Yeah.
You can see right through it.
Fresh air. Scoop.
It's cool because the factory one, the original ones, I had like just sitting on top because this car's so low, you know? It's gonna be cool that it seals to the hood.
Yeah. Well, at least the intake will give it some more structural rigidity right here. You can see where it sits.
Oh yeah, it'll be good.
Yep. Take a look at this. Gio's Body Shop. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at the inside of the Superbird. Is now painted white. We went with white because it was already white. We just did a nice little coat over the white to make it a little fresher and also match the bars to be white as well. So the door bar, the windshield bars, everything is now white and cohesive. The hood latches are done. It looks great. And next what we're working on is the air scoop for the carburetor.
You show the back.
No,
Look,
not yet.
fresh air.
Yeah. And water too.
That's good for when you wash it. Inside and out.
That's right.
It's all right. Look, it'll go. We'll just drill a hole right here. It'll go around and drain out.
Wait, there already is a hole here. They thought of everything.
There you go. They already thought about it. We're good.
And then the back, we have made some incredible progress back here as well. And take a look at this. We now have the rear lid. All kind of as one piece. It's been tack welded on. This is what that fiberglass rear windshield housing is going to sit on. So we bent the sheet metal piece to kind of sit on the back, and it looks really, really nice. Thought it'd be fun to surprise you in the barn that we found the Superbird in, that you found the Superbird in, called me and let me buy it off you.
All right, let's go see it.
You wanna go see it?
Yeah, I wanna go see
All
it.
right, let's-
I got a 69 Hemi Roadrunner in one of the garages. Like, we could totally do a tug of war today.
Let's do it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm down.
There's a shackle on the back of the
Oh my.
back of the frame.
All right, here we go.
You ready? You gonna see it? There she is! This is a Plymouth Superbird on a NASCAR Cup chassis.
Oh, the floors are better than they were. Dude, I feel like Richard Petty.
Literally.
Oh, holy Llama. This is wicked.
Yeah, right?
Wow, the tube, like you guys got the tubing perfect.
Thank you. Yeah, we spent a lot of work on it.
I can tell. How do we start it?
You want to start it?
I want to start it for sure.
All right, we should probably get some earplugs for this one. And this was such a bigger project than I mean, I knew it was gonna be big, but then 1 year in it, and we're spending 15-hour days cranking on this, getting it done. I thought Gio was gonna quit.
Nah, never.
Fuel cell, we got battery, we have all the original NASCAR parts back here. You can see where we extended the floor, so now that's sheet metal. We have the back bumper piece on, mounted. The wing is fixed and mounted to the chassis now. Before it was just on the fenders.
That's why I like Dodge, because Dodge Plymouth Superbird and Dodge Charger.
Port bar in the front too. You got seats, you got fire suppression, and you have the R5 P7 that is under this hood.
Oh my god, this came out legit.
You gotta see it.
Yeah, I want to see what's going on here. Yeah, at least I don't have to worry about the spiders like last time.
Yeah, buddy.
Check it out. Courtesy of Deeds. Look at that. Alright, this is the coolest thing you have built.
Oh my god,
Bar
thank you.
none. Bar none. Like, this is one of the coolest things I've ever seen, actually.
That means a lot. When I bought this from you, I was like talking about putting a Hemi in it. I was like, I don't know what I want to do. And then when I came across the NASCAR on Facebook Marketplace, I knew I had to do the Mopar NASCAR with the Mopar Big Wing. And everything just fit perfectly.
Oh my god, the stance is like...
Dude, wait till you can see it like out. It's
Yeah.
so good. Like the rear tire, it's so good.
Dude.
It's so good.
Dude! Every little detail looks so good. The wheel placement, the stance, the height. I know I told you before, but I used to listen to YouTube dyno videos of this particular engine to like go to bed at night.
Yeah. I remember you telling me that.
And when I built my first 440, I was disappointed in the sound of it because it didn't sound
It
like
didn't like whack in the faster
I'm like,
pin like
what
this.
immediately goes to 5,500. This is crap.
Have you heard an R5P7 in person?
No.
Oh. Fire it up, dude.
Yeah, let's start it.
Yeah, alright. I think you should start it.
Yeah. She's putting her earplugs in. That's a sign. That is a sign.
Dad?
It is a NASCAR.
You're about to find out.
Yeah, I guess.
Hell
I'm already
yeah,
deaf in one ear,
brother.
so.
You gotta flip that up. There you go. Battery 1, battery 2.
Fire in the hole.
That's right. Give her a little juice.
It's not that loud. I'm just kidding. I'm deaf in one
It's
ear.
a fucking NASCAR. My ears hurt now.
Wow. The cam in this has the chop of all chops. My goodness.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful, isn't it? I got a question for you.
Hell yeah, brother.
How do you feel about me doing a burnout in here?
Go nuts. Just don't hold it in one spot too long.
I'm just gonna sweep the dirt for you.
Yeah, do a burnout in here.
Okay, f- it.
Oh my. Okay.
It grips.
It's way louder from the outside.
It grips.
It's not too.
pushing and I was like, I need some air.
You ain't kidding. That's the loudest car I've ever heard.
Yeah.
It's not as bad on the inside. I haven't experienced a car that made my ears were my one good ear ring in a long time. That is the loudest car I've ever heard.
Right.
For sure.
I mean,
Particularly in the barn, the acoustics bouncing off all the walls. Like I was in the corner. That's ridiculous. It wasn't that bad in the car.
no, in the car it's not
all right.
terrible, but
Well, that's the point, right? For the driver, it's okay.
god damn. But I'd rather drive the car than try to do a burnout with it anyways, so why don't we give Baker a ride? And now that you got her in the light, what are you thinking here?
I love it.
Got
I
it.
want it.
You want
I
it?
want one bad. Like this is on my bucket list now.
Yeah.
It always was. It sits so much lower than a factory Superbird.
Yeah.
Are these wheel wells different? Is that factory?
Look where the
No,
arch is
so-
on the body.
So the rear, that's where the wheel arch
That's
sits, but the front we cut. The front was really low, so low you couldn't even turn the wheel, but because the ride height changed, so what we did was we clearanced the fender and cut it a little bit.
I was gonna say I remember seeing pictures of the '60s ones, and they had to cut the front fenders.
Yeah. Yeah, but instead of rounding them out like some of them did, we tried to match the rear quarter line.
I like it.
Just look at the tubs on the inside.
The package tray is the top of the tub.
That's for sure. It's nicer, and it's a better looking Superbird for Dodge Charger.
That's how you get the wheel off.
Yeah.
That's
You have to take the
That's
axle
a-
out.
Could you
Take
imagine?
the fender off.
Really?
No.
No, you just have to deflate the tire.
That's not going to be the easiest. You got to swap tires in a race. Yeah, for a second there, when you started cutting all that fresh sheet metal, I'm like, all right, well, they're insane. That's why they're my friends, but they're still insane. We have never had an average day together. We've never just gone to lunch and said, hey, how's the weather? You know, what's your favorite sports ball team? It's
Sports ball.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever.
Someone doesn't watch many sports.
I don't watch sports. I watch motorsports.
That's right. I say we fire it up. I'll take you for a rip, and then you want to drive it?
Yeah. My neighbor's just like, what are you guys doing? Why is that car over there? Just get it at a gnarly angle like the Lambo. This is the most violent car I've ever experienced. This thing woke up this morning and said, I choose violence! Ah! I choose violence! Ah! Dude, every gear shift, everything about it.
It revs so high and
Pelted
so
with
fast.
dirt and just exhaust and noise and oh my god, Leonard Skinner's playing somehow in the background. Dude,
God, this thing's f***ing amazing.
can I drive it?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That's the whole point, is bring it up here for you to drive.
I would love that.
But be careful, please.
I will.
Okay. I'm so glad we have a windshield in it now. Before.
Yeah. I feel like the space shuttle is more mundane. It's rowdy.
It is too hot today, surface temp, to do a burnout.
I think you'd hurt the car.
I think it would snap an axle
Yeah.
before it would do a burnout. So we're gonna lay off on trying to smoke some rubber, or just have some fucking fun with the fact that we have a road legal NASCAR.
Literally from a distance, like going down the road, I can see just like the wing above the bushes is like the coolest looking thing ever. It's just like, what is that thing?
My hands are actually like shaky being in this. Like, whoa!
It's like so violent, but like so smooth at the same time. So one thing we didn't do on this car, because it wasn't necessary, was to do an alignment. But there was so much like ballast weight on the right side of the car that we removed, that now the car pulls left.
Oh, wild.
So we either need to add weight again, or hopefully, which it should be, everything should be adjustable. But yeah, so when you're driving it, you're gonna notice it pulling left. Have I ever ridden passenger with you?
I don't know. I don't think we've ever been anything average either.
This is true.
Dude, it looks so good coming down the road.
It is so freaking
fast?
wild.
It's really fast.
Yeah.
It felt fast. It sounds fast.
Oh, I was going
We
fast.
heard it.
Like you go
and just
like-
saw the wing just right above the
Leonard
bushes.
Skinner's Slayer real fast,
Yeah, right.
dude.
I don't passenger well. I'm gonna regret this.
All right, I'll passenger. You go in the trunk.
Yeah. Don't hurt me.
I'm not.
I don't passenger well. And it's gotten worse as I'm getting older. We're good. Oh god.
Okay. Battery on.
Just flip on all, nope, switches, battery, ignition, fire her up.
I think the trans blew up.
Oh, the shifter's gone.
My bad. That went from the greatest thing in my life to really fucking scary really fast.
Dude, I was getting so much sand in my eyeballs. I couldn't see anything.
Oh, shit, my bad.
That's alright. It's just a car, right?
It's agents of chaos wherever I go. Alright, let's make sure nothing's like on fire.
Yeah, let's get out. You're shaking so bad right now.
This is really fucking loud. I broke it.
He said he broke it.
The transmission went. See you later.
The shifter is on the floor.
The shifter's on the floor. Here, we're coming.
I don't. It was.
Oh, that wasn't a bolt, dude. That was definitely more than a bolt. I think I know what happened.
What happened? Drive shaft? You think that's it?
Yep.
Dude. Do you see what I'm seeing?
Okay, it was definitely.
The drive shaft. Oh my god.
Holy shit, we could have died. Like, we could have genuinely.
We could have died.
We could have died. Wait, what? The drive shaft is gone. It left the chat.
Thank God we built a car right.
Sorry, Amelia.
The drive shaft's not in the car?
The drive shaft.
Well, the drive shaft's literally in the car. Oh, I found the shifter.
Holy shit, dude.
I found the shifter on the floor.
Definitely gonna be some cool wall art. I'm sorry, genuinely. I couldn't get my foot out of it.
Dude.
I'm impressed.
Once we started going, like, I could not get my foot out of it.
Honestly, I betcha it got weak from all the burnouts we were doing, and then I think that J-turn felt a little funny, and then that was just enough to send the drive shaft.
I could have died, dude. We genuinely could have died. Like, we could have pogoed and died. We're alive.
You never just have a normal day, right?
Never. Can we just go to lunch one day and talk about the weather?
Well, here's the shifter.
It isn't like broken. It probably just rattled loose.
Well, let's take off the cover and see.
I'm genuinely like.
Stop apologizing, Baker.
It's like he works hard on it.
It's a drive shaft.
Break it in 2 seconds.
It's just
Definitely looks like a huge failure.
It's perfect.
Everything's good?
Will it go in gear still? Dude, Trans is good. It's just the drive shaft that exploded.
Oh, that's an easy fix.
Easy, dude. We're good.
Holy fuck. I was at 7,500 RPM. That was gnarly. That was the scariest drive shaft failure I've ever experienced.
I've never experienced a drive shaft failure before.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
no,
but
they're always.
But every car that I build, I make sure it has drive shaft loops to be safe, and this is looped.
Yeah, I was wide open in the golf cart last summer, and I had one blow up, and it blew up on the wrong end, and I didn't have the loop, and it was a ride.
That's scary. That's scary. I've heard of them coming up under floorboards, but.
Oh.
Dude, look, the loop literally caught it.
Wow.
The oil lines didn't pop.
Look at them. Oh my god.
I can't wait to get Deeds' reaction on this.
So I broke the NASCAR.
Dude, hell yeah.
We were at 7,500 when that popped.
You were fucking booking it. I literally think it's from the burnouts and us trying to J.
Yeah.
Like, I think that was the cause of it.
I don't
That is not.
think these cars like that. Have you ever noticed when the NASCAR drivers do donuts and stuff, they're always on the lawn, out in the middle.
Yeah.
And they try to write their name, but they don't really do it on the asphalt.
On such a hot day, on black
Or
surface.
if they do, it's already after they've done 500 laps and the car is going to get totally rebuilt anyway.
So we'll fix this. And I can't promise no more burnouts, but I do want to road race this and actually get to drive it. So note to self, this car fucking rips and it is so much fun. Oh my god.
Wow. That was the highest RPM I've ever heard an engine. Personally.
Literally, like,
I'm like
our dream engines. You're still shaking?
a little bit. I don't shake easily either. Like, I'm not phased easily, and this was like, ah! Yes! Yeah! Like, yes!
This was fun. I'm
Hell
so
yeah, it
glad
was.
you got to drive this.
I'm stoked. I've always wanted to know what that felt like.
Yeah, that was like cloud. That was like a high almost.
It very, very much so.
Well, it was a high while I'm getting sandblasted in my eyes,
the
dude.
dirt's coming
There was
in.
so much dirt. I mean, look how covered the dash
I
is.
expected to hear rev limiter, and it just kept going. I'm like, really?
We eventually found it.
Really? 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 There's more? There's more? Oh my god. I can't believe it didn't blow up the trans. I was sitting here like, oh,
Dude, that
great,
trans is
probably like a
money.
$20,000 trans. I just blew it all up all over the ground.
I wouldn't even let you pay for that, even if it did break.
When the drive shaft and the golf cart let go, it took out the rear end and the trans at the same time.
Really?
Oh yeah, it shit. Everything shit the bed. Wow.
Yeah, you know what you're doing.
We cheated death. It's so good. And here's my pregnant wife.
Oh,
It was good, dude.
that wasn't like that?
good.
No.
Thank you.
Holy shit.
Shifter.
Look in the back seat. Holy shit.
Whoa!
I'm sorry. Yeah, we're good. Thank you. Thank you.
Whoa! Good thing there's a loop in this thing.
Yep.
Man, you guys were lucky.
I'm surprised none of us got
So you're
hurt.
at full speed, huh?
We're at full speed, max power.
That's badass.
It was a loud explosion. You were in shock. You just kept driving. I was gonna keep going.
Well, the cool thing is it's such a tin can floorboard. I think we can just fold it back together. Yeah. And it's good.
Maybe put another piece of metal on
Shit,
top
we
there
could
for,
probably
like,
hit the
an
drive
extra.
shaft shop today.
Now I know why they ran the fuel line over here.
Yeah.
What are those lines that it took
Oil.
out? They're pretty stout.
No, that's
They
oil.
just
That's going to
bent,
the
but
sump.
They didn't break. Like, that's pretty impressive that those
Yeah,
took a
that's
hit
the
like
line
that.
to the sump.
Oh yeah, I know it failed.
What?
The end caps.
The end caps
They're
failed?
both snapped off. Well, obviously they're snapped off, but I guarantee you that's what failed.
Dude, that's definitely what it was. But honestly, just a little sheet metal and a new drive shaft. We're back in business, baby.
What's up?
Let me see your face.
No.
I gotta show you something.
What do you got? What is that?
That's the drive shaft through the floor.
What the f happened?
The end caps failed.
The end caps of the drive shaft?
Yeah, because we never replaced them.
Remember I told you? Are you alright?
We're fine, but dude, it's mangled.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you're alright.
Yeah, thank you.
That's wild. I
Alright.
told you, I've never seen, those things look like they were Home Depot to hold up electrical. Imagine if that steel drive shaft was in there.
Yeah.
That would have been bad.
I'm glad it was this one. I'm glad we were at least replace the drive shaft to something good.
Alright, well, time for a new one.
Yeah. All right, talk to you later.
Glad everybody's safe.
Thanks. Bye. I think next though we'll probably need to take her to paint and body because mechanically
I thought you were gonna say the racetrack.
or that. You guys let me know. Should I bring it to paint and body and paint it, or should I get the sticks and take it to the racetrack? I think I'm gonna take it to the racetrack. Now that I say that loud.
I've driven a handful of your cars now.
You got a full form.
Lamborghini was cool. This is yes. Come on. Yeah.
I am filthy. I'm covered in dirt, but let's get this home.
What do you think, dude?
This is
You love it?
single greatest internal combustion engine I've ever heard. I've heard some cool stuff, but like to drive it, this is the best.
I like how both you guys like didn't even shake it down. They were just instantly full.
Just go to the wall. Like, yep.
I thought that was pretty cool. The way the car exploded and the way that Baker, he actually handled that car pretty well for a race car. Also, Plymouth Superbird, as well as a Dodge Daytona Charger. Dodge Charger Daytona. That could have been something very dangerous, worse than what it was. And they could have actually flipped the car if they didn't know what they're doing. You actually did very good for handling that. You actually did very good for handling that car. And thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed.